Okay, if I begin on texture spheres, this is going to be your bigger project in textures. I am going to start with a 1-inch border. I've got a square mat board here. The way I'm going to do this, I'm going to figure out what my measurement, approximately what this measures. I'm going to call it just barely 11 and a half, 11. So we're going to go just about right here to 10 and a half. I'm going to go to 1. I'm just going to mark on each of those sides. I'm going to do the same over here, which it is exactly 11 and a half. So again, I'm going to mark at 10 and a half and at 1. And then I am going to come on over here, line it up where I drew my line for this top side. Get it nice and straight. And so I don't have to erase any lines. I'm going to start with my 1 here, and I'm going to go over to my 10 and a half. Turn. Start at 1, go to 10 and a half. Start at 1. Not quite lined up. Sorry, I'm going to put my head right in the way. And 10 and a half to 1. Okay. One more. Okay, got my 1-inch border, my very first step. That one went a little outside. Okay, the next thing, I've got all these different sized objects that are circular, okay? I was taught a long time ago that a compass, you'll hardly ever have a compass on you, but if you want to find a perfect circle, they're everywhere. So we're going to try to do, or we are going to do 5 large circles, okay, to begin with. So I'm going to use my tape here, and I'm going to trace along the outside of my tape to get that first large circle. And I moved it, and it kind of went a little wonky. Okay, so I can fix that. All right, so I got 1. I'm going to do another, let's see, right there. Do the inside of that one. Let's maybe do this side. That's not very large though. Let's see. We don't want to overlap just yet. I'm going to do the outside of this tape. All right. Let's see. I'll do this size. And one more. Maybe this size. It's all about proper placement. I could have probably gone a little closer to the edge and maybe had a little bit more room. That was very sloppy. Okay, so I've got my 5. The next step is going to be 20 small ones in the background. In order to do this, you're not going to cross into the other circles. You're going to be overlapping. Okay, so it appears that that one that I just drew is behind. Okay, so I'm going to continue drawing 20. Okay, 1, 2, got a smaller one here. You guys are welcome to find anything, any other size circles that you may find. If you want smaller, maybe chapstick size, maybe you have some chapstick in your bag. Anything that you can find that's circular that you can trace. Okay, so you're going to continue till you get 20. This is my example that I began yesterday. Okay, I've got over 20 actually in my background. I began first with this sphere, doing a grid-like, I'm sorry, I kind of warped it here. This one I'm doing ribbons. This one is going to be more of like these columns. So every one of these needs to be a different design. I'm going to stop there and we will pick up next time on a little bit more of how to take the next steps.